One of the biggest things coming to the Crew Motorfest is electric cars. But another game that didn't have electric cars till recently is Unbound. As far as I think, I feel like I heard that somewhere, saying that the Taycan was the first electric car. I mean, I think I'm confident enough to say that, sure. And the Crew too has never had an electric car. It wouldn't make sense in the Crew 2. For a reason that, now that I think about it, they kind of just ignored in the Crew Motorfest anyway. But that's what we're here for today, I guess. Sid from the end of the video here, by the way, if you're into Need for Speed and whatnot, and we talk very in-depth about Need for Speed in the most recent episode that comes out tomorrow on the Stick Drift podcast. It's going to be a sit-down, a very brief discussion with Corey Johnston, who is the man behind Black Panther's The Knobheads. So, check that out, subscribe. Back to the video. Because today I want to talk about the differences between electric cars in other games. Look, Forza's fine. Forza's done it great. They've done it absolutely fine. Forza's done exactly how Forza would do it. And it's literally, they're perfectly fine with it. Here we go, we'll head into the garage. I did have to do 3 playlists, which look. I, like, Need for Speed's idea of gameplay is, sure, they add a playlist, right? And then they go, well, make them do it 3 times, actually. Where's the gameplay there? What are you talking about? And also a new speed pass, sure, whatever. Oh, hello. Now available. Something's notably missing. Excuse me, have I not actually done it? Have I not actually done enough to get the Taycan? Also, yeah, I believe I've gotten confirmation that yes, it is. The only contention was the Polestar 1, but that's hybrid. Okay, these are all locked. When do we, the Porsche Taycan at a very reasonable 250,000. I'll take that. Used new car, yes. And let's customize it. So yeah, I definitely did not enjoy at all the process of, oh, that's cool. The process of actually getting the car, right? Like I didn't enjoy that process at all. I like that one. I like the Avanti. Like, Avanti West Coast? What is Avanti West Coast? Why is that in my head? Oh, that's a train network in the UK. That's what I thought, Avanti West Coast. Mansory, they do body kits, don't they? Well, that's there, I guess. In fact, let's look at these body kits in their totality. That one's fine. It looks pretty cool from the back, to be fair. This one, subtle. I actually quite like how subtle that one is. No, yeah, I'll give it to that one. And then the Avanti West Coast UK trade network. I quite like that one, actually. I'm gonna go with that one, sure. Although I do really like this one. The simple duck fin, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. God, this game, like, it does look pretty good. I will say, with Unbound and Horizon 5 and brand new Motorfest, all 3 of the top 3 racers looking so good, just all around a positive. Like, that couldn't be cooler of a thing that all of them look that good. These are all fully cambered up, right? Oh, wait, no, that isn't. I mean, do I want it to be? Not really. I mean, maybe I'll have it in the middle, but even still, it looks a tad goofy. Sure, we'll go for it. So, the Taycan in Motorfest did indeed have customization as well. I also want to quickly, and it's nice that we have gotten such good customization when it comes to all of that. Do I go with some, like, goofy arrows? Electric seems to like having, like, really bad, cringy-looking arrows in real life, so let's look at that. Let's check what liveries people have put on first. Is this supposed to be, like, the Porsche one? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay, let me actually try and find a good livery first. Is that Duracell? It's pretty... It's pretty good, actually. I do really like that it shows you the car as the person who made it had it, because it shows you that, yeah, this is what body kit this car is made for, really, right? The Crew 2 doesn't do that, neither does oh, that's really cool. Ooh, I really like that, to get the, to put the, like, the real Porsche racing livery on it. I quite like it. I'm gonna go with the W Works though. Yeah, sure. And does paint change? Okay, yeah, right. Whew, that's vile. Oh, that's nice, I guess. Look, if you don't know me, you won't know that cream is the color I would have a Taycan. If I had a Taycan in real life, I'd have it cream. But we're gonna go with the gray here. Pro, I'm not gonna, I ain't doing all that. Apply, yeah, sure. Oh, here we go, the exhaust sound, right. Okay. What does this change? Nothing? Oh, well, that's one thing the crew definitely has done better. I'll tell you that much. And let's finally go into, this, where I will say they've actually done something miles above the crew too. Where, here's my issue. Here's what I used to think for electric cars, right? I used to think, oh, they don't have electric cars because obviously, you know, it would be awkward to have electric cars because, you know, you'd have to, obviously we can't swap out an engine, unfortunately, which is annoying. You can't have electric cars because it wouldn't have worked with the parts system. In the Crew 2, you have, like, exhaust, turbo, all of that stuff, right? So that makes sense that you can't get that. But then all of a sudden, they do Motorfest with electric cars, and you're putting an exhaust and a ECU. Okay, it appears ECUs are also on electric cars now that I look at it. But exhaust is the main culprit, alright? You're putting an exhaust on an electric car? That would have been such an easy, like, swap out, surely. I don't know how you upgrade an Unbound, by the way. I want it to just be the top of A. And then I guess, I don't know, this brings it to the very top of A, so... Sure, right? Sure. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why can I hear so many police cars in my ear? Can you guys hear that? It's outrageously annoying. And I'm gonna go with the near miss and the drafting nitros, because who knows, honestly, who knows. Let's head out into a lobby and do any A+ race, I suppose. Any of this, this is just A+, A+, A+. Yeah, sure, doesn't look very exciting. Never mind, actually, it's a bad race. 75 years of Porsche. So, the one thing the Crew 2 does better, most definitely, is engine swaps. We have, well, they're engine sound swaps, right? So it's the best way they could have really done it, because it would require a complete overhaul of the upgrading system. Which again, I do think, even regardless of a complete overhaul, I think the electric car thing, that wouldn't even count as a complete overhaul for me. That one's just like a dumb thing that they just didn't end up. Oh, okay, where am I going? If you didn't know, in the Crew 2, you can go into the vanity items and now get engine sounds, meaning you can put any engine, a V6, in a Taycan. A electric engine in a Dodge Challenger. And unfortunately, it does appear that Need for Speed doesn't have that, so they've definitely ruined. Well, not ruined, sorry. They just haven't got that. That's a win for the Crew over Need for Speed. But like I said, the fact that they actually cared to make it so it's an electric engine rather than just the parts for a regular non-electric engine, that's fair. I'll give them the win there. Of course, Motorfest is still a month away, so like 20-something days, like 26, I believe, from when I'm making this video. 26 days left till Motorfest. By the way, subscribe if you want to see more videos on Unbound, Forza, other stuff like that. Well, more so like and bloody watch them. Because, yeah, I'm definitely a Crew 2 guy, but, you know, I wouldn't mind doing videos on stuff like this. We're up against two non-Taycans, so it's hopefully a challenge. But this is part of Volume 4, the most recent update for Unbound, which did do something rather terrible. And I tweeted about this. My Twitter will be linked in the description, as well as all these socials that are on screen right now. I tweeted about this, and it was controversial. What they did was they brought back a pack. Oh, God, I'm sorry. They brought back a pack they brought a pack that brought back 3 cars that were already in Need for Speed. They brought back a pack with 3 cars from previous games, which is the most money-hungry decision I could ever imagine. It's the most anti-consumer thing possible, to bring back a pack of cars that were all in the previous games, so the extent of the development was Control-C, Control-V, now put a price so we make some money on it. Vile behavior, considering that the Crew 2, from the Crew to the Crew Motorfest, is doing the exact opposite. They're making all the cars, like the Pearl and the Carbon Porsche, they're making those 2 cars buyable in Motorfest, as well as all Motorpass cars are slowly coming back buyable. Literally doing the exact antithesis of what Need for Speed is doing. That came with this update. Stinky decision from Unbound. Nothing to do with electric cars, but dear God, is that a disgusting choice that they made that is a part of this, unfortunately. Taints this whole update, really, which I think some people are enjoying. I believe it's what, a new, oh, for God's sake, a new pass, 2 cars, and some changes to the PvP mode they added, the link-ups. So, sure, you know, honestly, Unbound, it's doing its own thing, I guess, really. Okay, the, like, car that looks substantially slower than mine is catching up to me. Like, sure, the VW Beetle was gone, but that guy just seems to be in something overpowered. But now the thing that looks largely like it shouldn't be overpowered is now becoming overpowered. What is that thing? Oh, I cannot make out what that car is. And he's going over mountains and stuff. I'm just not an Unbound guy, all right? I'm not an Unbound guy. I'll try and be on Forza tomorrow, I guess, but God, this is atrocious. I said recently, I was like, hey, what even happened to Unbound? Because I've been going on this game recently a little. I go on, I play a bit of the story, and then I go off. I can't really bother with the online. It just sort of, it's a bit, I will argue that out of the crew, Motorfest, Forza, and Drive. Game, drive. Car, drive. Excuse me? Drive. What? Why did that? I had to unplug and replug my controller. What? Whatever. What, like, literally whatever. Out of PvP game modes in the 3 games, Motorfest definitely done that the best. Graphics are definitely done best by Forza. Then there's, the Need for Speed. Again, I tweeted. Believe it or not, I did also a tweet again, saying that, yeah, the graphics in this game are pretty good. The gameplay, like the handling and stuff, feels engaging. I quite like the cartoon effects. I know I think a minority in that. God, bloody again. You know, the cartoon effects, I don't mind them. I think they're fine. I think they're enjoyable. And yeah, all of that coupled together, it's just like, what went wrong? And I think it's a mixture of people definitely look at this game for what it isn't rather than what it is. Like, they definitely poke out the holes in the game rather than just enjoy the game for what it is. Fair. Yeah, sure, whatever. People do that with most games and stuff as well, but definitely a big part of it. And then on top of that, I think it's their post-launch. I think their post-launch just been shocking. Truly shocking to a pretty high degree. I don't understand where their thought process has been with a lot of it. I mean, the first volume was just funny because it was like 3 months for like 2 cars or something. And then this one, at least it's a bit more consistent now. Wasn't the last one like a month ago? But then, you know, the pack that's just cars from old Need for Speeds and this. Like, the PvP is just sort of... the cars, again, are fun. The cars are nice. I like the cars, but God, the decisions. Oh, the decisions. Hopefully, and on a recent episode of the Stick Drift podcast, a podcast for all things car culture, racing games, and motorsports, where I talk to Corey Johnston, the man behind the knobheads, in the guest episode coming out tomorrow. In that episode, I bring it up. The fact that, like, you know, it wasn't even really me. It was more Corey, who mentions that hopefully this is just learning. Hopefully from all of this, they learn what to do next with the next Need for Speed game. Hopefully this game is a stepping stone game. And yeah, no surprise, I have indeed. I've indeed. Yeah, it was never gonna work, was it? It just never was. I mean, I'm bad at the video game. Yeah, no, that went as exactly as expected. But you know what? Like I was saying, I think electric cars, they've done it pretty alright. I think it's nice that we've got it. The Volume 4 has come with some unfortunate decisions. Very, very unfortunate decisions. Like that, the bundle and whatnot. We're just gonna have to see where this goes. I think at this point, it might be nice if they just say, hey, by the way, we're working on a different game. Like, we're still updating this, but we're working on a different game. A lot of issue with crew updates often was like, hey, this is all they're doing. I mean, now we know that this isn't all they're doing. And why am I doing a police chase now? When did this come about? No, don't do that. Oh, damn. that's going to be about it from me. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you boys in the next one. Thank you to everyone for watching in a bit. I forgot to thank you to popular members, especially thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members, Danimal, Manimal, Grim Pepper, and Void, and an insane top of the top thank you to Icon member Bad Eye Games 02. Right, in a bit.